In today's Urbandoned video, we are showcasing an explore from a few years ago inside the old abandoned Heanor Grammar School in Derbyshire. The building was constructed in the early 1900s, understandably Grade 2 listed, with prominent architectural details that have survived until now. Since closure, the structure has suffered decay and been exposed to vandals, leaving it in a poor state. Join us as we explore the educational facility to see what remains. Remember to click subscribe and press the notification bell to never miss a video. This is day 24 of our magazine production stage. As you can see, we're all busy, hard at work today, and it's coming to completion now. We don't have too long left. We're really happy with how it's turning out. The articles are better, we think, than the first one. We show more unseen locations. We really dive deeper into some of the themes that go around urbex as a hobby. And we're happy to announce that it is now available for pre-order. You can pre-order it from our store in the description. And yeah, the full magazine will be released very soon. It's to be announced, but you can pre-order it now in the description. On a cold winter day in Derbyshire, myself and Theo had arrived at the derelict school to hunt for a method to reach its interior, bypassing the few fences that surround its overgrown land. Heanor Grammar School was built in 1912, originally known as a technical college, switching owners from various local educations up until its final use by Derby College in 2010, where it focused on the arts. Multiple buildings lay on site, but it was the largest and most dated one we had our sights on. Soon enough, the property's lack of protection shone through, and we discovered a suitable entry point. Wow, these corridors are something. Lovely tones. I think that's the main hall on the left. We're going to stay clear of that for now because there's some cameras in there we don't want to get spotted on just yet. But we'll save it for later. Look at the arches. Oh wow, this is a really old school. It's quite different.
These parts are definitely the best parts of the school. It's the bit that's got some sort of dated architecture retained. We're actually skirting the outsides of the main hall, but they have cameras inside at the very top. There's a glimpse into it there, but we'll come back to that later.
Yeah, we'll leave that last.
I love the wraparound corridors though. They're really nice.
It's a cool design. These wooden panelled corridors go all the way around the main hall and then they lead off into different classrooms. Let's see what's through here. Social sciences and earth sciences. Wow, look at the pillars. So nice. See, there's a really cool arch ceiling above this staircase too. Sucks that this place is disused. Really old style school. Tell by the radiators. It reminds me of what one of the Glasgow ones we visited would look like, if in slightly better condition. This room's pretty wacky. Got the typical handprints on the walls that you see in a lot of schools. I like the colours. Stained glass above this door too. Progressing through the dark lower levels of the high school, we were noticing a lack of furniture or artefacts from the past, only appreciating nice wood-panelled corridors and vaulted classrooms. There was a mix of modern and old, such as this tacky canteen, still offering prices and adverts for the various food and drink the college sold to students. With little else, we moved upstairs, realising that the interior of the building was more secure than we had anticipated. So weird. Oh my god, literally half of these doors are locked. I've noticed that a lot of panels have been taken out of doors so people can climb through into certain rooms. Probably because they locked up all of the doors when this place shut. It's room 103. Literally all these are locked. It sucks, but most of the rooms are quite samey. You can just see through the holes in the glass of what they consist of. Eventually, aware of the couple cameras posted up in the main atrium, we steadily headed closer to it, knowing the time was drawing near when we would get the chance to take it in properly. Wow. This looks amazing with the sun setting coming through those windows. I'll have a proper good look at that later, but we're saving it because of the cameras. A lot of the classrooms are quite different and unique, to be fair. And there's a very modern bit over there, tall building that we'll see if we can get into, but as far as I'm concerned, the main bits of interest are here. Alright, we've waited long enough.
I think we've waited for the right time. Look at the sun.
Oh wow. Holy shit.
That is really nice.
See how it's decaying on the left side because of the window?
Yeah. Line lightened.
Oh mate, this is perfect. It was a special hall featuring a vast arched ceiling, pillars lining the corridors running parallel to it, and grand windows to let in plenty of natural light. We were blown away, mostly in sadness that a room this appealing was decaying tragically, rather than being in use. Dwindling pupil numbers and possibly a growing cost of upkeep in the dated premises inevitably caused the Grade 2 listed Heanor Grammar to be vacated in 2013.
See the camera right up there, top of the archway. There's one right above us as well.
It's those circular windows for me, they make it probably my favourite feature in the whole building. They work so well with the arch.
This room's quite decayed actually. It's probably one of the nicer classrooms, just because of its architectural additions. It's got a bit of a curved ceiling. And these arched windows up there, have sadly been smashed.
On the top floor, besides the stunning entrance foyer, there wasn't much of interest except for empty classrooms. We had noted a spiral staircase to assess though. It's glazed brick. Going up this spiral staircase. Hopefully it's not blocked off at the top. Oh, this roof is mushy. I don't want to spend too much time up here, it's so obvious.
You can see the whole of the roof is just moving because the water's underneath it.
It's like a waterbed.
Yeah, literally. There you go.
From the rooftop, we could witness an overlook of the entire site, as well as the neighbouring residential areas, which you can assume most of the students lived in, and must fear for the school's future. As a last resort, thinking that if the CCTV was monitored, it would take the watcher a lengthy duration to drive to the property, we were able to wander into the atrium's ground level, giving us a whole new perspective of the exemplary architecture. It's like they had an art display on or some sort of textiles workshop in the final days. Not really sure what any of those pictures are of. You can see by the markings on the ground that this was also the school's gym. It gets drastically modern here. I don't think we're going to come across much in any of these buildings, but some of the architecture is quite nice for a school. This looks like the main reception for at least this part. It's called the Library and Learning Centre.
This over here is the Library and Learning Centre. Yeah, just like the room behind us. Extremely stripped and quite modern. Completely different to the original corridors. There seems to be some plaques over here. Seen a few of these in schools we've been doing recently. It's nice to have some history preserved.
Shows the former head pupils of the school. The earliest one is all the way back to 1949. So I'm surprised this was just left. That was it for the structure, and we soon departed, luckily just as security arrived to inspect the intruders probably caught on tape. Although the building wasn't as large as our usual releases, we felt its incredible design deserved a full video. Plans are underway to convert the dilapidated grammar school into a community leisure and business space, and has been granted £8.6 million from the government to fund the restoration. It will be wonderful to see the facility functioning again, and we can hope that most of its original details are left unscathed. When this will occur, it is uncertain, so for now the historic college remains defunct and in desperate need of the renovations to begin. Here are some of our photographs captured at the abandoned school. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images from our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. We are happy to announce that issue 2 of our magazine is available to pre-order now on our website, found in the description. Make sure to not miss out. See you next time.